guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're back with you for The Sopranos, Season 2, Episode 2.
It's been a minute, you guys. We're not forgetting about this show. We're coming back. Episode 2. Last episode, Tony has been dealing with his anger issues. He doesn't have a therapist to talk to anymore because Jennifer won't come back, and the other therapists don't want to work with him. So he's basically dealing, but badly, with all the emotions. And Pussy came back, but Tony, even though he welcomed him, it looks like he still got some grudges about him leaving and basically putting him in this mess last season, right? Yeah. Livia's doing what Livia does. She's still trying to spread her hatred and her version of the story. But one interesting change in the family is that Janice came back, right? Mm-hmm. And she's hanging out with Livia because she wants the money, the house, the car.
She wants everything,
yeah,
because she needs it, basically.
Yeah, she's kind of painting it like, I'm gonna take care of mom, but truly, and Tony knows it, what she wants is what's left. And even though Tony wants to get rid of it, like, she's basically destroying his chances. Like, we had this suspicion that she's the one that trashed the house last episode because she wants it, so she doesn't want Tony to sell. So she's gonna be a problem, I'm assuming, but we'll have to see how that evolves. And Christopher is now at the head of a company, a part of the business that sells actions and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like Wall Street, right?
Not really legal, but still.
It's still a job. He got up the ladder like he wanted, but it's not the life he expected, and he seems depressed.
Not as much as entertaining as he expected to be.
What's funny though is he's now in charge of guys that are acting just like he used to act, so it's cool. It's interesting to see the dynamic change like that, but we'll see what that does to him. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are. I say we jump in this episode and see how the story goes. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, Uncle.
Uncle.
Why though? I'd expect you'd never want to see him again.
3 fucking weeks it takes you to put me on your visitors list?
Just be careful.
My nephew's visiting his uncle, who loves him.
I got nothing to say to you.
I guess he never got his chance to say, fuck you.
This problem you and me had, I want you to know your mother had nothing to do with it.
She had everything to do with it.
It's killing you that people are talking. That an old woman made an asshole out of you.
Not half so bad as certain rumors floating around this place about you. How Tony Soprano likes to fluff up his mother's pillow so she can get a nice long sleep.
She tried to have him killed.
You want to make all this nonsense disappear? Make peace with her.
Bitch, no.
It'll look like no bad blood.
We told that fat fuck Bacala. Tell him to come out from his mouse hole. I want to see him tomorrow.
What for?
Not your fucking business. He's got a right to be angry.
Over 25 joint fitters on this work site, not a black man to be found. Black joint fitters, like all black artisans, has been shut out of the union, out of work, while their white joint fitter is filling his stomach. My father put his life on the line for this country. Come on up here, brother.
Don't they own this construction site? Like, they've been doing some construction as part of the business in season 1.
The war against tyranny came home to establish his own tabernacle.
Tabarnak!
I said when he came home, he had to fight a different kind of war all over.
What's your profanity? French stuff.
No more cutting us out of the field. You hear that, Mr. Masseron Brothers Construction? Somebody tell me what we want.
I just hope it doesn't go to shit, considering they own the place. They own the construction thing, like...
I'm selling Ma's house. You understand, Janice? I put that fucking sign back in the fucking ground, and that's it. End of discussion.
Do you remember Kathy Fiola?
What about her?
She's in real estate now. She said she'd only charged a 3% commission. That's half Tony. Thousands of dollars. I mean, it may not mean anything to you, but maybe Ma could use it.
Yeah?
You could use it, you mean? She's always got an excuse. I don't trust anything that comes out of her mouth.
Bobby Baccialieri. I want you to talk to that bald cocksucker who calls himself my father's brother. Tell him I'm gonna let him keep on earning. Subsistence level.
Alrighty, let me say for him. Thank you.
That's more than he deserves.
You're gonna hear some high-end shit. I hope you keep it between this room and Junior. Because if you don't, They're gonna find pieces of you in 8 different dumpsters.
I don't think you got reason to talk to me this way. I always liked you.
Bullshit. But we'll assume you do now.
You don't really have a choice to like
He
him.
gets to keep 5%. 5% of his shy, his sports betting, same with the coke.
It's probably a lot of money still.
Okay. He also gets to keep his stripes. As far as the feds are concerned, they got the boss of the family in jail, awaiting trial. Even if they hear different, it creates confusion. Now, as far as the rest of everything that Junior owned, it's now mine.
He's so good at this. Like, still using him so it's easier. You keep him like shut up in prison and stuff, that's great. But he still just gets 5%.
To the victor belongs the spoils.
Why don't you get the fuck out of here before I shove your quotations book up your fat fucking ass?
It's a good quote.
Yeah, boss.
He tried.
Tony doesn't know you're back yet, does he?
Jesus Christ, no. Tony already thinks maybe I flipped. I gotta be careful.
You've been on our tits since 98. We're gonna let you back on the streets and earn. We want results. This fuck tried to suffocate his own mother, Sal. His own uncle wanted him whacked. You said so yourself. T's been shitting on you for years. Plus, he's been crying to a shrink twice a week. You don't know this man dick. So don't sit there and tell me you're gonna take a bullet for some yuppie who thinks you're his errand boy.
Maybe Tony was right to be still pissed about this. We kill people for less.
If I approve this, you will be under what is called house arrest. It means that you must remain in your primary residence and cannot leave.
The government asks for an electronic bracelet.
We are asking that Mr. Soprano not be further persecuted for yet to be proven allegations. He shows
Manipulation.
no prior arrest since 1960.
Because he's good at hiding.
He's wearing a bracelet.
Thank you, at least. For sure he would have done his shopping by taking a few like detours and everything.
Who are you?
Looking for your son. Is he around?
You a friend?
Is he around?
Here's your answer.
Well, come on in.
In a way, since they own a company and stuff, like skin color or no skin color problem, it also comes down to who do you control? Who do you have in your little gang? And who do you want there to work for you?
Yeah.
I don't think they want to work for Sopranos.
43, they was taking everyone, no matter how old or how ugly. Even took this fat boy I knew. Wasn't no good to nobody, except he could cook.
You ever watch the History Channel? I think you'd like it. They even do a lot of that Bible shit.
Only shit in the Bible came out of Pharaoh's ass when Moses parted the Red Sea. Never underestimate a man's determination to be free.
I'll catch up with your son another time.
I'm thinking he could respect someone like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna work with his company, but
I know you don't like to talk about her, but
So
that woman
don't
is a
bring her
piece.
up, please.
She's a complete narcissist. I mean, me.
You're right the first time. I don't want to talk about it.
When she pushes those buttons, she's a big baby.
I mean, I agree, but leave him alone with this.
It's hard enough as it is.
This is my house. How many times I gotta say it?
Thank you, Il Duce. It's my fault, man. I was insensitive to his feelings.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Delegated Power of Attorney, have you given it any thought? Can my girlfriend have the listing?
I don't trust
As long as it
this.
gets sold, I don't give a fuck who they say.
I feel like it's manipulation. She gave him what he wanted to then get what she wants.
You know Grandma pretty well, don't you? What is she into? I don't know. Negativity?
Yeah, you could say
Seriously.
that.
My dad used to try and find her these old records, these sisters.
She likes to complain to Junior.
He used to bring her that Mario lasagna guy.
Oh, yuck. I hated that shit.
She's fishing for information and using the kids to do that. I don't like it.
She's really trying to butter her up. To butter her up, right? Butter her
Oh
up.
yeah, she's manipulating.
Championship. Non descadade, mema. I never forgot how much you liked a good tenor. Remember when we saw Marilyn's on TV? I don't think we ever missed a Sunday. The children. Music has charms, Ma.
She is good. Making it sound like she never forgot. It's all from her when she was fishing for that information. Good manipulator.
I think it's time for you to start to seriously consider salads.
What do you mean?
I mean, get off my car before you flip it over, you fat fuck.
Junior wants to know when.
Tomorrow morning. We're short a couple of guys, so make sure you're there. Consider it exercise.
Stop.
Fat fuck. So look in the mirror sometime, you insensitive cocksucker.
What did you say?
Talk about karma, right?
He is insulting people that are not completely on his side. That creates potential enemies.
You want to talk to your foreman?
You want to talk to the foreskin?
You a wise-ass motherfucker, huh?
Well, keep your mother off the streets and I won't fuck her.
Yeah, they brought a lot of people. The fact that he had a good conversation with the dad earlier.
Hi, Ma. You're gonna be getting out of here soon. Wanna go home?
No, I don't think so. I'll go back to the other place.
To the nursing home?
No, it's not that bad.
Oh, now you say
Now
that.
you like it?
You can't go back there.
Why not?
Because it's dangerous there. Ma, you okay?
Do something?
Do not resuscitate.
Yeah, but you do that when she's dead, not when she's choking.
Oh no!
Give me a minute. Go. Go.
You think she was acting to just get her out of the room?
I tried to talk to her about a DNR and she got very agitated.
DNR?
Do not resuscitate when there is no quality of life.
Janice.
So she keeps saying, "Let me die," but she doesn't want to die.
Who gives a fuck, DNR, no DNR?
Okay, great. So then what happens when she goes into a coma and they have to keep her alive with tubes?
When she becomes a vegetable, she's not gonna give a fuck about anything.
Deprive your mother of a place to live. To deprive me of my chance to make peace with my mother.
You know what, Janice? Take her. The two of you in that house, you deserve each other. I'll give you your fucking DNR.
That's what she wants. She's been pushing for this. What if Janice wants the house somehow and she wants Tony to sign a DNR so that somehow she can get her mom to freaking die and she gets to inherit everything?
Maybe. I don't know if she will kill her mom to get what she wants, but that's a bit extreme, right?
Grandma, what's DNR? I heard Dad and Aunt Pravati talking about your DNR.
They were talking about me?
About your DNR.
She thinks I should have a DNR?
Or that Dad should give it to you or something. Because what if you went to a coma or something?
Oh my god, this is gonna cause other problems.
For the love of him, though, he's sweet, but he always says the wrong things to the wrong people.
At the wrong time.
Tony's not gonna sell the house. When you get released, we're gonna take you back home.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna live with you.
Really?
Why? So you cannot resuscitate me?
Maybe.
Where'd I put my money? Oh, come on, sit to me. No. You don't fool me.
My name's Janice.
It's something else you threw away of mine. Are you sure? I didn't tell you where I put that money.
Let's not worry about that. Let's just get you better so you can go home.
So you
and I
can kill her at
take good
home?
care of you. And if it's there, we'll find it.
Accident can happen so easily.
Like, I don't like Livia, but I don't approve of this either.
Ooh.
Sisters, cunt!
Please, it's not your head. It's a good thing you can go to the doctor.
Now you call us if you need anything.
Was he killed?
He died? You don't go 83 in a mob fight?
My father's passed away. What are you gonna do? We all will have our time. My father didn't know about our little business arrangement. He wouldn't have approved.
Yeah, I got that feeling.
And that generation's almost all gone. And when the last one goes, we become the old folks at the family functions.
Sure ended a demonstration bust-up.
Mazzarone gave me 5 no-shows.
Are we whacking up 2.5 each?
3-2.
I gotta kick upstairs to Uncle Junior.
These protesters find out I'm not in my pockets with their blood. It's me they're crying for. Hell no, 3-2.
I'll think about it. Sorry about your old man.
He was a good guy.
Okay.
He would have been ashamed if he knew about this.
Misunderstanding, I thought the father died, and the fact
No.
he did not. It is sad, but yeah, he will be ashamed of his son.
Hello?
I called now on purpose. Because I know Johnny's at work.
I'm hanging up.
I just want you to know, what pennies I have, I leave to the children. I raised 3 children of my own. I did a pretty good job. pretty good job, too. They are all unhappy. Sure, you listen to that, Janice. Be very careful. If anything happens to me.
That was important though. She's gonna get killed.
But I don't want to say that she put herself in that place.
She kind of did, but I still don't wish that on anyone.
Me neither.
Did you call an ambulance?
I don't need no fucking ambulance.
At his age, that's very dangerous.
Well, why don't we just go down there and make sure?
No fucking ambulance.
Or I'll drive you, okay? Bacala will come.
Yeah, sure.
Can you walk?
I think he broke his hip.
Oh, fuck you.
Take it easy.
The fact that Tony showed up and he's taking care of this, he's a better man than I would be.
Get the door.
Don't let me go to my grave with this guilt.
You're not going anywhere.
Make things right with your mother.
Just the fact that we saw someone die because he was old and it was his time reminds you that when you get older, you get so much frail and just weak in general. Oh.
The guy tried to kill him and he's carrying him out like that and helping him. He still cares, man. Ah la 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 la.
I'm really hoping that nothing's gonna happen to Livia with our daughter.
I'm expecting
I mean, she's I don't want to say birthday, but she's something. She's a big ass something.
We'll talk about Junior first because we ended with him, but we'll go back to Livia for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Junior, I mean, yes, just like that old guy. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. The Reverend's father.
Yeah.
Who passed away. It is true. I mean, no one wants to admit when they're getting old, right? Your body sometimes, like your mind still wants to go strong and you believe that you're still young and you've got so much to do, but your body just doesn't keep up, right? You can be free-spirited, you can have ambition, you work your way up, you enjoy your money and stuff, but whenever your time comes, you become frail. Junior, I look at him like a guy who's got so much fucking pride. Like that was one of the big problems between him and Tony because like he thought he deserved the position and he thought he deserved the respect and everything. Like he has this view of himself. So to admit whenever he needs help or when he's broken something and like he should go to the hospital, it's so hard for him. I am impressed that Tony showed up and he's helping, but I guess the way he understands it, and Junior still won't admit to that, but Tony sees it as his mom manipulated Junior into having him killed, right? So if he blames his mom. Like for him, his mom is freaking dead, but he still has fond memories of Junior when he was a kid, teaching baseball and all of that.
Yeah.
He respects him. His mom, it was really tough to admit that she did what she did, but he's pushing her away and he's putting all the blame on her, which, I mean, she deserves it. She is truly the one that manipulated Junior, pushed his insecurities, pushed his, like, the fact that he had a feud with Tony or he was, insecure about his position and his own, like, power. She pushed all of that to have him try and kill Tony. But instead of blaming it on Junior and his mom, he's still willing to help out Junior, which I'm thinking maybe if he sticks around long enough, they might make up, but Junior won't admit that he was manipulated. That's a hit on his pride. I'm not weak enough to have someone push me in a direction I don't enjoy. So he thinks, like, he cares so much about Livia. I think he believes that because he tried to kill Tony, now Tony blames Livia, and that's on him. It's a crustal fuck of emotions.
I'm just gonna say though that Livia did have a part in convincing Junior to act.
She had all the part. She truly to say that she didn't
pushed
know
all the right buttons. That's for sure. But Junior still have his part to blame in what he did.
Oh yeah. He's not like he did what he did, and I'm glad that he's still paying the consequences, right? Like Tony took over. And he did say, like, yeah, you keep your title and stuff because he doesn't want the issue. Like, he doesn't want the feds to turn on him and make it difficult for him. So he's using the situation against Junior.
Yeah.
He's still giving him 5%, which shows to me that, yeah, at least he still cares enough to respect who the guy was and what he did and everything. So he's just not pushing him away completely. But he's getting 5% of the 100 he used to get. So he's paying for what he did. But I guess with Junior, Tony understands a little bit where it came from.
Yeah, compared to his mom, that it just came out of the blue, per se.
And the big difference is that, like, he felt he had to respect his mother, and he did try, but when he looks at his memories of her, it's all bad memories. He's not the only fucked up kid that was raised in that home. Like, they
all
were
of them are unhappy.
Yeah, and that's because she did such a bad job, and she constantly... I'm trying to see beyond the hatred of the person. Like, I would not tolerate someone like that in my life, but considering she keeps messing up the names and now there's no reason to truly do that, I'm starting to wonder if maybe there is perhaps signs of, you know, memory loss and confusion, actual confusion.
Dementia.
But that's not enough to convince me that she was confused whenever she pushed Junior. That's true, you know, master manipulation. And she's not dumb enough not to see what's happening with Janice either. Right? Like, she's not happy. She's not gone all the time. Like, if she was, she wouldn't see the signs and she wouldn't look into this.
Is it me, or when Janice and that nurse get out of the room, she took her glass of water and just like had that glaze in her eye, like, oh my god, I cannot with her or something.
Well, she sees the Janice is an opportunist, right? We kind of saw it in last episode.
I think that she pretend to show just to Janice would just get out of the room and just stop talking, basically.
Looking at all, yes, perhaps, but still, looking at Janice, last episode we knew, well, Tony said it himself, like, she's an opportunist. She takes what she can get whenever she needs something, and then she leaves and uses it. If she's into drugs, she has no place to stay. Like, she only has that car. She has no money. If she's looking for money, that would have made sense, like, to try and get, like, the support from Tony, like the car, like Livia's house, and try and sell it and stuff. But that wouldn't look right. Like, that's not hers. So when you ask, like, does she have the right to do that? I don't think so. Now I kind of see, like, what Livia said, I'm thinking is true. That she tried to get close to her mom, get her to like her. That's why she fished for information with Meadow. And so that Livia would like, oh, I would be like, I care about you, Janice. I'm gonna put you on your will, because she does have stuff that she can give when she dies.
Yeah.
The whole DNR discussion, like, as soon as it was mentioned, like, Livia doesn't want any of it. But as soon as it was mentioned, she's like, oh, Tony, you should, like, you have power, like, you should get power of attorney because she can't take care of herself, and you should sign a DNR. She is pushing for no chance in hell is she gonna survive the next attack. And then she's saying, we're gonna go live together in your house. And then the flashes of her in the stairs and everything, I'm like, okay. Like, Livia's paranoia is fucking, like, there's some truth to it, right? Like, I see it too. It does look like she would want her to go home with her, put Janice on the will, and then Janice would just somehow get her to fall down the stairs, or she'll start a fire somewhere, she'll get, and then Olivia would die. She would not be resuscitated, and Janice would inherit everything. She'd leave with the money and then do whatever. That's where this is going with her. So they're all, like, they're welcoming her home because she's part of the family, but she's manipulating everyone. She did that with Meadow, and, like, in a way, she's this cool aunt who, you know, she sticks it up to their dad, and she doesn't let his bullshit, like, affect her. That's cool for kids who have to answer to their father, right? Like, he pisses them off sometimes, so Janice is so cool because she's not letting it, like, bother her, so they look up to her, they listen to her. She uses that to get them to basically say stuff that they wouldn't say to anyone, like stuff about their dad, stuff about their grandma, personal stuff that she shouldn't know. Same with Tony. He doesn't listen to her about the house, and so she rubs him the right way at dinner, right? She says some stuff.
I have a friend who can do a 3% commission. That's $1,000 of revenue for you if you take her instead.
There was no friend.
I'm guessing that if she does have a friend, she's gonna just sell the house to her for a lesser price.
Well, no, because now she managed to finally convince Tony to let her go back to the home with Livia.
Sure.
But I'm guessing there was never a friend, right? Like, she's just like, at first she tried to go the money way. Like, let's see if money convinces him not to sell the house himself by saying, I have a friend who's gonna make you, like, basically économiser.
Save?
Yeah, I guess, like, save so much money. My French tonight, I'm sorry. So I have this friend who can help you, like, save so much money. that didn't really work. Like, he did say, yeah, okay, I guess that bought her some time, but then she still doesn't have the house. So then after that, whenever she tries with the pity thing, the pity card, it doesn't work because Livia is dead to Tony, and he'd rather have her die in the streets. And no, anyone sane would understand that decision, just like Carmela. For the kids' sake, like, she allows them to go see Livia, but how dare you call our house, right? Like, how dare you think you still have a right to have something like a link to us.
What happened,
yeah. And anyone who knows would fucking understand, but Janice somehow still pushes by bringing up all this guilt about how she's our mom and she deserves better. Yes, I agree. Someone's mother, like your mom, whenever your mom gets old, your dad gets old, as a child, you shouldn't just let them waste. But that's if they don't try to kill you. Right? That's if they don't make your life miserable.
Here's the thing, though. We kind of suspect or guess that Livia has a psychological issue, right?
But like I said, I believe there's a little bit of that, but I don't think she was out of her mind when she manipulated Junior again and again and again. Like, there's no freaking way that the coincidence, like, that would be too crazy.
Could it have impact what she was thinking and what she was doing with her actions? Maybe. And you think that with the right medication she could just have a normal life and not be as a piece of shit as she is right now.
We had this conversation last season about how, like, maybe the mental illness was clearly not helping. For sure, like, her personality is affected by this, and because of that her relationships are affected by this. Not everyone who has this illness tries to kill their kids. Let's just say that. Yes, she was not supported. Yes, she did not have the medication for that. And yes, considering, like, not everyone has the right connections to do something like that, but still, to blame it all on the illness and completely forgive someone, I don't think is fair. She's not. And even when you are, like, even when the mental illness truly is to blame for everything you did, you still end up paying the consequences. And I don't blame Tony for being like, the consequences, you don't have anything to do with me. He did try to kill her. She did try to kill him. To them, fair is fair. And to be fair, to me, fair is fair. But, you can look down on that and be like, he tried to murder his mom, but there's so much baggage there. I can't blame him, really. And now, like, she survived this, and he's just basically saying she's dead to me. I can't blame him for that, at least. Junior saying you need to make up with her and stuff, but that's because he feels like, poor little girl. But in my opinion, she's also been playing that card. Like, it was so convenient when she started, forgetting stuff, and to me it sounded like sometimes maybe she forgets stuff, but to me it sounds like she's aware of that, and she's using it to somehow get out of situations. It's complicated with her, because the line is really, really thin, so it's hard.
Between lying through it, yeah.
Yeah, but the one big thing is I cannot fault Tony for being like, I don't want anything to do with her. But I can also be like, whatever my feelings are for Livia, I cannot accept someone like Janice killing her own mom.
Of that, yeah.
Just like I can't accept Livia trying to kill Tony, Janice trying to kill Livia to benefit from the death and getting the money is just as evil. Worst, Janice as far as we know, doesn't have a mental illness that's pushing her towards that. It's truly just because she needs the money. And she's not just manipulating, her mom, she's manipulating everyone around her. They are a screwed up family.
Maybe she has the same problem as her mom. Who knows?
She learned from the best.
That's all she knows.
Just like Tony, that's all he knows too. That he's not perfect either. He's got his issues. Right? That's why he was talking to Jennifer.
I just want to say though that, do you think that it's true that the fact that Tony tried to kill his mother could have an impact on his guys on the street and on his reputation?
It's for Italians, man, matriarchal, way of life. The mom is everything. You try to kill your mom, they are going to look down on you. Those that know what happened might understand, but those that don't, and those that only have the rumors. Now we know, apparently, the guy that was, the director of the home where Livia used to be now has been talking. Whether that's true or not, what he knows is only what he's seen, right? Like the rumors, the stuff, the little things, like Tony tried to kill his mom, poor little Livia, who's been struggling and stuff, and she's been so unhappy. They don't know anything about the rest. And all the talk we had last season about men's insecurities and how they have feelings too, and it's okay to talk about them, but toxic masculinity will stop them from doing just that. They are still trying to keep that front, everyone. And if they find out that their new boss, Tony Soprano, the guy who tried to kill his mom and had Junior, like, he didn't have Junior arrested, but somehow, like, he had a feud with Junior. If you respect Junior as this big man who never gave up and he's so strong, and then you look at Tony and, oh, that guy talks to someone, like, about his feelings. He's not a real man.
He doesn't respect anyone, not even his own family.
Yeah, it'd be easy to turn on him.
Yeah.
What I'm really pissed about is Pussy in this episode, because I expected it from some of the guys who follow Junior, like, I forgot his name, but the guy he called Fat Fuck, right?
Yeah.
He works for Junior. When he looks at Tony and is surrounded by his guys, okay, man, I respect you. And as soon as Tony has his back turned, he speaks against him. There are a lot of people probably like that around Tony. It's just that as long as he has the power, they're not going to do shit. But if you don't respect your guys, if you don't treat them correctly, and if you think, like, you have the liberty to talk to them any way you want,
it's gonna be so easy for them to turn their back on you and to just betray you.
Just like, Pussy is a friend. He's worked with him for years. And now, like, he's hiding stuff from him. He's working with other guys, making money somewhere else. He's lying to him, and he's talking behind his back. He's bad-mouthing him to other people when he's supposed to be with him. And he did fish a little bit. Like, they talked about how, like, oh, how do you view me and stuff, because Tony does that too. Like, he speaks behind other people's back and he insults them and stuff, and Pussy in his mind is probably wondering, like, what do you say about me when I'm not around?
Yeah.
Tony did say you paid your dues, right? Like, you did some shit,
but it's still talking behind his back.
But that's the thing, yeah. Like, he did fish for that respect a little bit. Like, it was like, yeah, tell me, like, what do you say? And Tony, like, he spoke highly of him, and he was fine. But I don't think he let go of all the anger from last season. And Pussy definitely still, like, he holds grudges about Tony, and what he's been doing is really bad, because if Tony, who's already pissed about what happened, finds out about this and it goes somewhere else, like, if it escalates, that's a friend. It was already messing with him last season. That's not going to be good. So I don't know where it's going with, but I got surprised with what happened with Pussy, and I don't like this.
You think it's gonna get worse, maybe?
It might. I don't think they showed this to us for no reason. In any case, and now the other big thing that happened, the riot, the manifestation.
Yeah.
I think this show is a great, like, reminder of how times used to be, right? That's one thing I like about older shows. And I say older shows because to me it was yesterday, but truly it's been 20 years, so yeah. Even more than 20 years, actually.
Didn't it come out in the late 90s?
That was 1999, 2000.
Yeah, late 90s, the early 2000s.
The World Trade Center is still in the opening, so that's before 2001, sorry. So yeah, that's more than 20 years. So, going back to shows like that, we get to see a more accurate view of how things used to be. Things have changed a lot, but we still see, like, remnants of that today, and people still have to complain about this. It's complicated when the mob is involved, because for sure, like, they will want to hire people they know, people that are on their payroll.
People that they can have under control also.
People that they have bought and stuff. So at first I was like, what they've been doing is understandable, right? Like, people won't hire black people because of the color of their skin. You want to make it a message. You want to be like, why don't you change your ways? Like, this company specifically has been pushing people of color for so long, so you guys are racist. Let's make it known and tell you how angry we are about this. I completely understand, and it's great. And the father, who's been through, like, his life, his experience, like, he's seen it all. I really loved how he compared, like, back in like, World War II, he was saying people were not making, like, we're not making a difference, right? Everyone got picked. Old, young, fat, like, skinny. if you take that and you add it to how things should go today, even though that back in the day was horrible, if you think about it, if back in the day the differences didn't matter, then today why should differences matter, right? When it's horrible, differences don't matter, but when it's important and it matters, somehow now we put barriers between people.
Yeah.
That's something I've never agreed with. So I really like that old guy, and I thought that Tony kind of connected with him a little bit, like how he talked about.
Kind of a bit of his respect then.
Yeah, I think he got his respect, and like he wanted to do the deal and talk about it with his son in the house and stuff. And I guess when he saw what kind of men, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take care of this kid. Yeah. When he saw what kind of man the father was, he was like, yeah, let's not do that in his home. He's a respectable old man, and he's a strong man too, and he had a lot of values and stuff. And I think Tony truly respects that. And he talked about being free. There's a lot about that too, about mobsters, and they talked about Italian Americans, how they feel like they've been discriminated against because like they're different,
robbed,
right?
yeah.
Because like they come here and somehow they can't participate, or how the government takes advantage of them, and basically they want to be free to do whatever they want. Like they want to be their own man and a self-made man, right? They want that freedom. So I think he truly connected. And then to like when we went to them beating the protesters up, I was like, to go from the conversation to this, it's like,
and then to learn that
the son was
orchestrated with Tony, and the son knew about it.
I guess like he's picked his world, right? Like that's his job. He makes money. You can explain it better to me in the comments, because I didn't truly understand what was the purpose of their deal.
Yeah.
Like what was the son supposed to do? Like what did this gain him? The respect of his guys, maybe? Like I don't know, but if money was involved, I didn't understand what the deal with Tony was, but I understand that it was orchestrated by the two of them, and it breaks my heart that the son would do that, and his father would truly believe maybe in the cause, and he would give this speech to people only for his son to then have them beat up and make money off of them. Like, times change, you know, and money is a big influence on people, and it's a big motivation for a lot of them, right? Like some of them are willing to do anything to get rich, and sometimes just to survive, but it's still sad. In a way, I'm glad he never got to learn the truth about this. And Tony, like, for him to have a conversation like this and maybe have some sort of respect for a guy like that, but also know that he's screwing him over, like this is all a farce and everything, like maybe, like, I'm thinking maybe he wants to be like that, like he aspires to be like a guy like that, but the path he's on, the path that was set on him, like from the fact that his father was following that path, and he kind of, he felt like he had no choice but to do the same, right? He is in shackles, even though he's trying to you know, let go of the authorities and everything. He is in shackles because he can't be who he wants to be. He can't be like that. Like, he has to follow this persona. Oh man, it's a good show. Did we forget anyone?
No, I think we
talked about pretty much everyone. So unless you have something else to say, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. We're gonna go take care of our cat. He wants attention, man. So if you want to see the next episode right away, it's gonna be on Patreon. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
Alright, thank you guys for watching, and see you next week for episode 3.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.